Collins.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, panel. I speak on behalf of ex-JW advocates opposing crimes against children. Their submission is this: that ex-JW advocates opposing crimes against children was formed to shine a spotlight on the crime of child sexual abuse in the context of the Jehovah's Witnesses. The group feels that the hearings on Monday and Tuesday this week helped it to achieve this, and so all in, the group are grateful to the inquiry for providing them with a voice. The hearings concerning the Jehovah's Witnesses fully demonstrated why a mandatory reporting law for England and Wales is vital, and why a new external regulatory body should be formed with the power to ensure organisations meet best practices with regard to child-centred safeguarding. There is, the group feels, an intransigence on the part of the Jehovah's Witness organisation, a failure to embrace its institutional responsibilities, its duty of care, its duty to protect children, both its own and those outside its religion. During the hearings, counsel to the investigation repeatedly put forward meaningful suggestions of where the Jehovah's Witnesses could improve in child protection. Not once did Paul Gillies of the Jehovah's Witnesses take her suggestions seriously. We might consider such and such on a case-by-case basis, being the pinnacle of his enthusiasm. The group notes too a rigid mindset in respect of apologising for child sexual abuse. Mr. Gillies was asked if his religion's policies made provision for apologising for child sexual abuse where there is institutional fault. His answer was no. The group asks, how can any organisation move forward willingly in child-focused safeguarding if it cannot conceive of the need to apologise for its failings? In view of the foregoing, therefore, ex-JW advocates opposing crimes against children makes the following recommendations to this inquiry. First of all, mandatory reporting. There should be a mandatory reporting law that requires all allegations of child sexual abuse to be reported by religious and non-religious institutions to the police or a child protection body. The legal obligation should extend to all those with any position of trust without exception. Moreover, persons in religious ministry should not be exempted from reporting their knowledge or suspicions, formed, in whole or in part, of information disclosed in, or in connection with, both religious profession and so-called confidential contexts. It should be a criminal offence not to report. It is important that both religious bodies and the individuals within them who hold positions of trust understand the need to report allegations. Mandatory reporting places the onus on the individual to report to the police. However, the religious organisation or institution must also have a legal and moral duty to report. It should report to an external regulator, and that mechanism should form an integral part of its child protection policy. There should be sanctions, whether criminal or civil, for failing to do this. There should be an external regulator. There should be a national regulator for child protection. It would be an independent body with oversight of institutions' policies, procedures and practices relating to child protection. The role of the regulator would be A, to ensure institutions' policies and procedures are child-focused and fit for purpose. B, to educate and support institutions in forming and implementing fit-for-purpose child protection policies and practices. C, to investigate institutional failings in child protection. D, to impose meaningful sanctions on institutions where non-compliance arises or adequate standards of child protection are not met. It is the opinion of this group that these recommendations would, if implemented, not curtail religious freedom, since this is not about infringing on personal belief, nor is it asking any religion, such as the Jehovah's Witnesses, to change its belief system. What we are proposing, with regard to any remedial action that needs to be taken against a religious organisation, amounts to no more than the state intervening in religious procedures and practices, where it can clearly be demonstrated that the protection of children has been compromised. Children's right to be free from child sexual abuse is paramount here. It supersedes the rights of any religion to impose outmoded and ineffective methods of child protection. Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, panel, and we welcome the opportunity to present a written submission over the coming weeks. Thank you.